vision that we have in Econsulate is to be a part of Fortune 500 by 2028. And we have been started the company back in 2020. 28% of the employees are women, and we are committing that to increase as well. We are developing an autonomous robotic platform which can be navigated in uneven terrains. We are developing another AI voice chatbot which can ultimately replace a call center agent going forward.
Welcome to the first episode of a new series, Redesigning the Future with Tech, where Echelon, in partnership with SLASSCOM, is looking at the future of Sri Lanka's IT and global business services industry by featuring the stars of this industry. And I'm delighted to have with me the founder and CEO of Econsulate, Subodha Perera. Welcome, Subodha.
Hello, thank you.
A COVID baby that has now grown to become, racing towards being hopefully a unicorn and then a Fortune 500 company. Tell us, what is the idea and vision behind Econsulate?
Let me give brief about bit of my background, so that will easier to explain a bit about the vision that we have behind Econsulate. So after the undergrads, I've been fortunate enough to work for a couple of Fortune 100 companies in USA. And they were good mentors. After a couple of years, then I moved back to Sri Lanka, then worked for another startup. Again, used to work for the Cisco Labs, which is LeapSet previously. And I was privileged to work under the leadership of the Cisco Labs and also the founders, because I have seen how LeapSet has been transformed as a startup, Fortune 100 company, how it became a part of the Fortune 100 company. So the vision that we have in Econsulate is to be a part of Fortune 500 by 2028. And we have been started the company back in 2020. It's been good 3 years. So yes, we are on track with that particular vision.
In terms of the general industry, you elaborated on your wide experience actually, and I think that's a very important base to build a company, right? You yourself has international experience with very successful companies. In terms of the wider vision of the IT and global business services businesses, how big is it and what are the potential in the industry itself? And how are you gearing your own company to sort of, utilize all the opportunities in the IT GBS industry?
Within the period of 3 years, I would say we tried our best to grab most of the opportunities which were there. These 3 years, with the investment of $30,000 and we are a multi-million-dollar company. And started with 2 employees, now we have around 140. And also we have been invested on few products as well. Opportunity-wise, I will tell the COVID scenario. During the COVID, most of the people did not have an idea how to react for that. But most of the IT companies boomed on that particular period, and same as Econsulate. During that time, I think most of the IT companies grabbed that as an opportunity, and most of them has been succeeded. And most of them are maintaining that particular path as well. So now there are in the Europe also, Europe and USA, they are going towards a recession. USA might not, but Europe is going towards a recession. But that also we thought initially that will impact our business, since most of our markets are in the Europe or in another global country. Again, that became an opportunity for us. Reason for that is yes, obviously they are doing the layoffs, they are doing the budget cuts, but still they have a product roadmap they want to develop. And they are seeking the opportunities in the South Asia, much more cheaper than what they are getting from those countries. And there's a trend of outsourcing that to the South Asia. Now India is booming. When India is booming, even their particular rates are around 30% higher than us. And that is an advantage, advantage for us as well. So I would say the opportunities are there, and depends on how you grab it.
Coming in, elaborating a bit more on how you plan to grab it. How are you disrupting the industry? What is your value, unique value proposition that you're providing than other competitors?
As of now, if I tell about Econsulate, yes, we are a product company, and also we have a separate service arm. Our main revenue model is towards the services. Most of the engineers that we have is we are giving them a training which will scale up their trends. As an example, now there was a buzzword for AI, And with the chat GTP and OpenAI rising like a next level thing. So we are giving a training to our engineers towards that area as well.
This industry is a very talent-based industry, and I think the real war is for talent. And one of the less utilized areas is particularly females in the industry, which we want more to come out of. And then there's other area, other diverse groups of people who are really not coming into the industry. What is your plan to harness that potential and grow them and help them into the industry?
As of now, percentages wise, like the 28% of the employees are women, and we are committing that to increase as well. And we are giving the gender balance itself, like we are giving the lots of opportunities to the like people who are living in rural areas as well. Like most of the engineers are in Colombo and the Western Province, but at the same time, there are few engineers in Jaffna, Trinco, Vavnia, Nuwara. Remote opportunities has been given another opportunity for the other engineers or the employees who's in rural areas. So we are trying our best to diversify that particular sector as well.
And when it comes to recruitment, what are the innovative strategies that you utilize in industry where there's big war for talent?
As of now, yes, we do have a good recruitment team. And always what I'm asking them is do not post job posts, do headhunting. That's how you get the best talent. So when we get a recruiter, I don't want, yes, obviously we are doing the job posts. One thing is for the marketing, another one is to give the visibility. But they have to do headhunting every day. So that has become, our recruiters are one of the main backbone of our company as well. Engineers, obviously, they are doing a tremendous job. But without recruiters, we cannot get the good people, good talents.
International expansion. I think one of the highlights of your company versus others is the broad range of customers you have globally. And the kind of regions that you're in, very competitive regions, high, demand for the quality of output is very high. What are your plans for, where are you now and where do you plan, in terms of expansion?
We have few clients in Malaysia, Singapore, China and Europe as well. 2021 or 2022, there was a client in Malaysia and we were supposed to develop a pick and pack service platform. And within the period of 6 months, we were able to successfully deliver that particular product and they were quite happy and they wanted to start a development center in Sri Lanka. So 2022 is the political and the energy crisis that we had in Sri Lanka, and that was one of the most challenging times we had. Exactly on May 9th, we were successfully joint ventured with that Malaysian company.
May 9th, a very interesting day in this country.
Yeah, May 9th, exactly on the day. They were at the Cinnamon Red. And they were seeing all the stuff, but we cannot do anything. But obviously, we had to convince them, no, this is a short period, or likewise. And we have successfully started the operation with an investment of $500,000. So that is one of the great achievement, and which showcase our capabilities towards the clients. So they trusted us, and we have delivered. With that joint venture itself, we got an opportunity to explore the other markets, like China. We are working with one of the largest cryptocurrency trading platform. Likewise, like we have opened the opportunities, opened the doors for the opportunities.
Why should anyone come and work for you?
One thing, we are not a corporate. Okay, we are not a corporate. And still, since I've been there from startup companies, work for startup companies, I wanted to keep the startup culture for a certain period of time. At least we grow up to 250, 300. I know there's a point that we cannot do that. While we go towards that particular path, everyone is working for the company, and then everyone is bond to each other as well. So we are maintaining that, and also with the products that we have. As an example, we are developing an autonomous robotic platform which can be navigated in uneven terrains. So we have a separate R&D team who's developing that, and there are a few industry leaders who's partners working with us as well. And we are developing another AI voice chatbot which can ultimately replace a call center agent going forward. But it's like a 1 to 1.5 year plan. We have done some sort of a first release is done. Likewise, like our spectrum of the tech stack is huge, and you will get more knowledge and guidance and the mentorship, which you might not get from a corporate company. I mean, obviously, there you will get a big exposure there. I mean, they have the good processes to follow. But since we treat that as a startup, like our company as a startup, like there are so many opportunities that they can grab in terms of getting the KTs, knowledge transfers, or the tech likewise.
You came back to Sri Lanka to serve the country, and there must be a vision for Econsulate to serve the country. What is it, and how do you plan for it to unfold in the coming years?
Think what we have done for the country is to bring in investment during the political crisis. $500,000 is not a small amount comparing to that particular period of time. Going forward, we will not stop here. And anyway, we've been a part of Fortune 500 company by 2028. We have a roadmap. We are following that. Yes, obviously, we might not reach there, but I wanted to have the big dreams. We might not go there, but when we have a target like that, then obviously we will reach up to a certain point. Otherwise, I don't think we can be a multi-million-dollar company within a period of 3 years with a $30 investment. So all our team members are aligned with that as well. I know that will be a bit challenging while you are having a bit of a pressure working towards certain goals in a shorter time of period. So while we reach there, that will bring a huge value for the Sri Lankan IT industry as well.
Coming to that industry itself, how is your interaction with the wider GPS industry, and how do you see that relationship evolving, with the industry itself and in other industry players, industry bodies, and so on?
We are only a 3-year-old company. Now we have been part of Maratha University to get few talents, and we are doing few projects with them as well. And Double IT, like we are engaging with them into multiple events, and also with SLASSCOM as well. I believe SLASSCOM, we need to have bodies like SLASSCOM to promote IT industry in Sri Lanka towards the other in the global. Like we have to compete with Vietnam, we have to compete with India, might have to compete with Bangladesh within next couple of years. And so those kind of bodies will add a huge value for the IT industry, because we cannot do the marketing by ourselves. When we go and pitch to a client saying, okay, we are from Sri Lanka, sometimes they don't know what Sri Lanka is. So we are working closely with the embassies as well, just to not to promote ourselves, but to promote Sri Lanka IT industry towards to the global market. That's how we get the business. There are millions of IT companies in the globe. Those bodies are playing a huge role.
Now, from a national perspective, what more should the country do? Because the IT GBS industry has been identified by multiple national export strategies as a trust industry, one of those industries that can bring in billions of dollars of investment to the country, and also create high-paying jobs for the country, and also keep the talent here. Very importantly, what should national policymakers do to help your industry and your company as well? Both,
I think we need to promote Sri Lanka as a good IT hub. I think there's some sort of a lack in part there. We should not underestimate LSCG. We should not underestimate WSO2. We should not underestimate Cisco Labs. Those are big companies, and what they have done is amazing. They have created a path for us, but again, it's our job to maintain it. But at the same time, there's another way of do the brand Sri Lanka as IT hub, good IT hub in the global market. That's where I believe there's a small lack there. I think, again, what I'm saying is with the SLASSCOM and the other industrial bodies are working towards that as well. Hopefully, within the next 2 years, we should be in a very good position.
Finally, in terms of your company itself, what are the big, hairy goals that you have set other than, being a Fortune 500 company? What are the bigger goals that you have in your head for the company and also for our team members to achieve going forward? I'm talking beyond 2028. What would you like to achieve?
Now we are being invested on a couple of products, and but now even in the IT industry, we are seeing the downfall of Byju's. we see the rising of NVIDIA and OpenAI. And so the market is, we have to divert and we have to implement new strategies according to the market behavior as well. Otherwise, we cannot be sustained. So that's why we have been and we are investing on few products, internal products, to capture and to develop future tech.
Thank you so much, Subodha. And it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I'm so excited by what has been achieved in the last just 4 years.
Yeah,
And so, much to go as well. Well, that's it with this episode of Redesigning the Future with Tech. Stay tuned for more episodes.